Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Todd. Welcome to the Reaction Stream. If this is your first time here, hit that follow button if you're watching live via Twitch. If you're watching later on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Over 14,700 of you have already done so. I appreciate it greatly. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. Let's go ahead and get started. We have some amazing, like I said, member-requested videos for you today off of toddreacts.com. If you two would literally like to control the stream, guide it, whatever you want to call it, you can certainly do so. toddreacts.com. All the tiers you see before you are requesting tiers, so you just have to check out the details. There's little differences here and there, so you pick which one you would like to do. And of course, while you're there, go ahead and check out the winter collection available for a limited time. Ships worldwide, 15% off for website members. Quality is guaranteed on every single order. Go ahead and check all that out. And, of course, like I said before, this is a YouTube channel. If you're watching live on Twitch and you're like, what? It is a YouTube channel. There's over 1,200 videos in the backlog. Whoa, that's a lot. It's been a lot of videos. 14,700 of you have already done so. I appreciate it greatly. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Free and easy way, of course. And, of course, I like to bring up playlists every once in a while. There's a ton of them. There is an absolute ton of them. So if you're looking for something specific, chances are if I've reacted to it twice, maybe 3 times, there's a playlist of it. And if you don't see a playlist of something that I've reacted to, just let me know, and I'll make it. Just let me know via the Discord. And speaking of that Discord, it is a free service. I think there's 336-ish. I can't remember the exact number. I think there's over 330 members currently, which is awesome. It tells you I'm live at the top, which is super handy. Gives you a nice little link there to the Twitch stream if you want to watch that via the app or the browser. That's a nice, easy way to get there. And, of course, we have a ton of different fandom channels for you to join and certainly discuss photos, videos, posts, all that good stuff. If you're into it and you want to talk to other people about it, this is the place to be. And, of course, we have some community channels as well for you to get to know each other. And friends have been made, all that good stuff. It's really a wonderful place. And if you notice right here, there's something called the Events Center. Every month we hold a Discord-only stream that streams directly into the Discord. And if you're a member of the Discord, you automatically get in. It's pretty awesome. We just started doing that a couple months ago. But it's a nice little perk for the series members. Basically, it's just their videos get plucked out of the queue and used. So go ahead and check that out. And keep that in mind while you're signing up for tiers. But yeah, join us. Join us, absolutely. It gets posted to the website afterwards for members, and then the next stream. So we'll have one coming up in a couple weeks, probably May something, early May, I'm assuming. And I'll make it known, obviously, in the Discord, but it'll be early-ish May, probably on a Saturday. And after that airs, I'm actually going to post April's, which we've already done, onto the YouTube. So it's just kind of a month delay for YouTube. Right now, what's on the YouTube is the March Discord. So go ahead and join us in there. Check it out live. If you're a member of the website, you get to check it out, certainly before it gets posted to YouTube. That's a nice little perk as well. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and go over the lineup, shall we? We're going to start off with Nic Vans. You might have heard of him. We reacted to him last stream. He was from Love Island US Season 7, if I'm not mistaken. He's with Olandria. Olandria? I think I heard her say Olandria, and I was like, whoa, I've been mispronouncing it. So he's with her. They came in second place, I think. They were runners-up. So this is going to actually be a vlog of his on his channel. And then after that, we have Maxton Hall. I have no idea what this is. I think it's on Amazon Prime, if the thumbnail is telling the truth. But should be interesting. And of course, after all these, We go over some links. We go over some information. Shout out to the mods for all their hard work and putting those links together. I appreciate it greatly. And what's up, Willow? Welcome in. And then after that, we have the double. I think that's a C drama, just from the 2 seconds of pulling up the Wikipedia page. And then after that, we have Dear X TikTok compilation. We did react to Dear X slightly. It was like a 3-minute video in the previous stream. So that should be fun. Very interesting. And then after that, to end the stream and wrap it up, we have an IU Love Wins All music video. Should be fascinating. I don't think I've seen any of her music videos yet, so that should be interesting. Obviously, I saw her with DPR, so kind of have a little bit of idea going into it, but not exactly sure how she does it on her own. So that should be very interesting. So I hope you enjoy these coming up. Let's go ahead and jump into the first one. IU Rec is for me. Nice. Awesome. Glad you're here. Glad you're here indeed. Hope you all had a nice weekend. I did. I definitely did. I actually went to, and this has been in the works for like 2 months. I actually bought tickets to an exhibit, which I do enjoy from time to time. I love museums. I love exhibits, that kind of thing. And this one was specifically on the Titanic. Not the movie, although the movie was kind of part of it as well. But the Titanic, the ship itself, they had recovered a bunch of artifacts were there. A piece of coal that they had, apparently they recovered over 2,000 tons of coal that was on the ocean bottom from, I think it was the 1994 maybe excursion that they did, and one of the pieces was there. Recovered a bunch of stuff off people's bodies, which was kind of grim. Little notebooks, diaries. One of them was really interesting. It was actually like I think 16 or 18-year-old kid recovered this diary off of his body. And it was it is the most complete depiction of life on the ship for, I think it was second class, that they have. It was really, he kept a daily diary of what he did, what he ate, all that stuff. So it was very interesting. They had like these huge models of the ship, how it kind of is right now. It's amazing. Truly amazing. The back end, I can't remember. Is that port? At the port side? I don't even know. I'm not a maritime person. The back end of the ship is almost like somehow intact, kind of in a way. Meanwhile, the front of the ship must have just gone, or no, excuse me. I think is it the back of the ship? No, the front of the ship is still moderately intact. The part that kind of broke and went down. But the part that went up, the back end, obviously in the movie, I'm just going to reference the movie because most of us have seen it. You know when the propellers are up and then it slowly sinks, quote unquote slowly? That part is absolutely destroyed. It must have went down like a missile. Kind of crazy what happened there. But the front of the ship is surprisingly not as bad or worse off. Pretty interesting stuff. They had a replicate of a life jacket. They also had one of the life jackets from the movie. one of the actors wore. What else? They had tons of recreations of like the first class, second class, third class, like the rooms that we saw in the movie. Of course, I'm referencing the movie because honestly, that's the most I think I've ever seen of the Titanic. They had an actual piece of wood from the grand staircase. It was made of, I can't remember what wood it was, but it actually floated. All that wood was floating at the top. So it was nice and easy to collect. What else? Obviously, most of the people that died was third class and crew, unfortunately. What else? Oh, most of the crazy part, and you probably saw it in the movie, is that most of the boats launched, the lifeboats launched half empty or less. Crazy. Crazy. Like if they looked around and there wasn't enough like women and children or whatever the policy was, they would just launch it and say, we're good. What? Unbelievable. It's not hilarious, but it's just like, why? Why are you launching these half full? Like these boats, there was only one boat that went over capacity by 3 people, I think. The rest of them were woefully empty, which is just so brutal. So brutal. All the accounts, of course, were like, oh, there was so much screaming and it was bloody murder and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden it was just quiet, like eerily quiet. I cannot imagine what that would have been like. Like watching that movie, you know, obviously you get swept up in the Jack and the Rose and the boat and the door and Jack falling down, you know, sinking. And you're just kind of lost in that, and we'll keep looking. You know, you're kind of lost in that, right? Meanwhile, the reality of it is just chilling, bone chilling. And I'm not saying that because it's cold, but it is really just a terrible thought. Like it's a horror movie, really. If you think about it. Like, it is just the most apocalyptic scenario. Like, you're just out in the middle of the water. No chance to find any shore, obviously. I mean, the best chance you got is, swim to the iceberg, maybe? You're not doing that in, like, 30 degree Fahrenheit water. Like, there's no chance. They actually had a piece of metal that was chilled to the temperature of the water, and they were telling people to place their hand on it quickly. And it was cold. It was frigid. Absolutely frigid. And I've been in, the coldest water temperature I've ever been in was like 52. And even that was unbearable, really. You did adjust to it just after a while, but it was still frigid. 52 was frigid. I can't even imagine anything less than that. Unfortunately, they didn't talk about the baker at all, which is kind of like a huge, not myth, but just kind of a fact of the Titanic, was that this baker was so intoxicated during the sinking that it might have calmed him enough in the water where he was able to survive, which is just crazy. But they didn't really talk about that, which was unfortunate because it's kind of a cool, interesting story of it. I guess they wanted to make it a little more family friendly. You don't want to talk about the guy who was hammered during that horrendous event. But yeah, really interesting. Really, really interesting. I thought it was an audio guide. I don't know if you've ever done one of those before, but you literally just throw on some headphones. It guides you room to room. It's really beautiful. And yeah, they went all throughout the history of the ship and how they made it and the tools that they used, and they had those. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like nowadays, it's got to be somewhat easy with the power tools and stuff like that. But back in the day, it was just like hand crank screwdrivers and just the worst. Just the worst. Oh my gosh. They had a replica of one of those big doors that you saw in the movie that was closing and trying to stop the flooding. Oh my gosh. If I saw that thing start to close and I'm running towards it, like I'm just thinking, I'm going to get smushed. I'm going to get smushed. Like it's not a door. It would definitely be over pretty quick, hopefully. Big doors. Huge, huge doors. But yeah, really interesting experience. Glad I did it. Yeah, if you have any opportunities like that locally, museums, whatever that you haven't been to, definitely check them out. They are a lot of fun. A lot of fun. History can be very interesting. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump into that first video. It is Christmas with the Van Carthens. It's off of Nic Vans' channel. Here we go. It's about 12 and a half minutes.
What up? It's Nic Vans. We in the city picking up Ella's Christmas present from the jeweler. Had to stop for a pizza. Took the wrong train. What's new? Just like I did in Chi-Town.
That would
We're
be
back,
terrifying.
baby. I flew in this morning and I leave tonight. This is all for Ella's Christmas present. So.
Yeah, I'll go.
Intro us.
Alright, yo, we're here with Nic Vans, the one and only, and we made him a sick piece, mosaic set with the Miami Cuban link, tight links too. He's gonna wear that when he DJs, and this shit stays sturdy.
Miami
Dang.
Cuban link. I'm from Miami. This is homage to home. We got for the sis. Shout out Luxury Life.
Yes, sir.
That's for Ella Vans. I think she's gonna like that one a lot. And then
Good grief.
also in this box, the details made for Nic Vans, made for Ella Vans.
Hell yeah, had to do it right for the boy, bro. He's taking off crazy.
Appreciate you, bro. We're
Anytime.
outside 2026, baby.
Yes.
Yo, I found the gang.
I've never been big into jewelry. I don't know why. It just never spoke to me for some reason. Watches even. I got a couple watches, but it's not like something I enjoy wearing a lot of the times. Like I do wear the Apple Watch just because notifications and I don't know if I fall and destroy myself. Hopefully it calls 911. That'd be nice. But yeah, really this is pretty much all I wear at this point. But yeah, I've never been big into it. Necklaces, bracelets, no, not really. Rings, definitely not. I don't know. I guess there's other stuff to put money into. I'm more of into like tech, I guess. So I'm purchasing tech constantly. So I guess that's kind of my jewelry, if you will. Instead of carrying around, a $1,000 necklace, I have a $1,000 iPad Pro.
Dang.
I don't know.
Gang, we're ice skating.
Hey, what we doing? What we doing?
We're ice skating.
got on-
We're ice skating. We're ice
We're
skating,
ice
and we're having a good time in New York City with the trees. Good time with our friends and trees. Very cool.
Headed to Jack's to see the fam. We're seeing Avatar.
Wow, look at the difference in climates there. From New York, freezing during the holidays, to Miami.
Tonight. Yesterday was rough. Back to New York and back in a day. Now we're in the Hellcat. I haven't told my mom or dad that I got this car. Jennifer, aka Baltimore Baddie, is gonna freak out. She hates fast cars. We'll see what the reaction is, but I also got my sister's chain. I'm getting my sister a flight to New York, getting my mom a flight to New York and Lady Gaga tickets, floor seats.
Whoa.
Got my dad some Brooks running gift card, baby, because I already got him World Cup tickets for his birthday like a couple days ago. That was tax. So let's go see the fam. Life is good, you know what I mean? Just got home.
Oh my gosh. I hope he's investing as well. I like that though. He's coming into some money. He's looking out for the family. That's nice.
My dad's in the garage. I'm gonna rev the shit out of it.
What's the one thing that everybody immediately does as soon as they get wealthy or rich? They usually pay off their parents' house, right? It's kind of the go-to. Take care of the people that brought you there. Oh my gosh. What is the father thinking? What is the family thinking at that point?
What up?
Like, who's doing that? Who is that?
Yeah, black. It's a Ravens
It's a
car.
Ravens car. Go Ravens.
You like it, Mom?
It's purple. Wow. Is it an EV?
Yeah, it's electric.
Oh yeah, definitely an EV.
Holy shit. What do you think?
Do you like it?
I love it.
Hey, chain go crazy. 19.
The
It's yours. Merry Christmas.
The Raven's car.
Lolita. Currently printing out the tickets because I waited till Christmas morning.
Oh.
So I'm figuring that out right now.
Been there.
Read it out loud. Read it out loud.
Aw, wow. 1 free hotel and flight to LA with whoever you want.
Amazing.
Dang.
Thank you,
Yeah,
John.
of course. The secret scroll.
There's more?
Oh.
You know what it is, Daddy? I'm sorry, I'm just a little slow. Hold on. Shut the door.
Floor.
Shut the door.
Shut the door.
The Queen? Oh my God!
What is it?
Lady Gaga! Lady Gaga! Lady Gaga! Lady Gaga! Thank you, son.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh my God!
You're in row 7.
It's in LA?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited. Now you wanted to go so bad.
Yeah.
Gaga! Oh my God.
It'd be really close to Lady Gaga.
Who's coming with? Who's coming with? Who's coming with?
Whoever you decide.
Oh, that's who honors the Queen. Well, you went to your first concert was Gaga.
Your first ever concert? Oh, that's crazy.
Are you in town? When is it?
February 22nd. It's a Sunday, so you're gonna have to take work off Monday.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I don't
I mean, you
know.
can
That's
bring
pretty
whoever.
tough.
You want to go?
I'll go. Dad can go.
Dad, you're in town? I was thinking you weren't in town for whatever reason.
You don't want to see Gaga.
You could bring Liz or.
Oh!
What? It's for whatever you want.
Oh, wow.
Cash. $100 bills. Hey, no better gift.
Sissy. All right. Wow.
Well, that's not going on YouTube.
I have to say, your brother went above and beyond for this for you. He really,
Aww.
he really was very excited about it.
Thanks, Nick.
I can't wait. Okay.
Ooh. What? What?
Oh, man.
Am I matching with you?
Yeah.
Oh
Do you
my
love
God.
it?
So blingy.
But you can also take off the pendant and just wear it as like a tennis.
Oh, wait, that's really cute. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
That's so bougie.
It has a light. I just like the box.
The box.
I know.
The box is epic.
The box is pretty epic.
Oh yeah, did you wait? Look at the back of the pendant. I think it also says made for Elevans.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Wait, lift your
Oh,
hair.
man. Instantly blingy.
Ooh. La la la.
Hey, she iced out.
Does it look good?
Yeah, I love it.
Yay.
Ice,
It
ice,
looks good.
baby. Do 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 do.
That's fire. It's dancing. It's dancing.
You bought 3 belts? You bought 3 belts?
And put it where?
Oh, my gosh. This is so relatable. Trying to find all
He
the
bought 3 belts
presents.
and put them under the tree
Passing them
for
out.
himself. Santa's in town. Nic Vans Food here with DDA Vans Food. He's made his Belgian crepes. Mmm. Mmm. Thin and crispy.
Nice.
We're here. We have the crepe in front of us. You can add jelly
Throw me
to
some
it.
Nutella
I
in
prefer
there.
Bon Maman. I think it's the best jelly. You can add brown sugar to
That's
it.
white sugar.
White sugar. I like the brown.
Whipped
better.
cream.
Whipped cream is possible. And then you pretty much, oh, you can add berries to it too. I like adding berries to mine. These are frozen. Usually they can be not frozen. And then and there's Nutella somewhere. You can add Nutella too.
That's what I'm
if you
talking
want, but
about.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Nutella
wanna
on
roll it
crepes. Ooh, it's so good.
Bon appetit.
That's a
Bon
big
appetit.
Nutella too. Oh my gosh.
A taste of the motherland. Shout out Nic Vans and shout out Belgium.
Louis V bag. Oh,
Really? Was there a line to get in?
Ella did it in vertical format. We're gonna redo this. I bought my home with Nicolapo firm, and it's in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And this is the aura is ruined because you filmed it vertical.
I want to get this phone. The camera's so good.
It is good. I was thinking about trading mine in.
I think I'm going to. I can't even trade mine in. Mine's like shattered in the back.
Yeah. I'm happy. It's gonna be a learning experience.
Do you have to do a lot of maintenance?
No, it's not much.
it's kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
Home buying process. No idea what that's like.
Look at the bottom like no bullet.
Landry will be stealing. No, mom will be stealing Landry's.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful bag, right?
For me.
It's so cute. I love my
Oh, it is Orlando. Got it. Trying to pick up context clues.
I approve.
Yeah, thank you, Queen.
Christmas. Mini martini bar.
Full service bar. Nice.
Wine too.
Chug. Did you finish it, Ella? Damn.
Ay, Dios.
I need some water.
Proud father.
My daughter made it.
Yay.
That's what I raised it for.
Woo, that was good.
Oi. 2025.
2025.
Oh, it's a video.
And with that, the 2025 Christmas year ends. Oh, for the picture. Yeah, picture. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. Wait. It's taking.
It's a video.
Nerds. Yeah.
There. 3 years. Alabama, originally.
Nice. That hat was probably
I'll get a.
$200, maybe more.
Guilty vibes.
Yeah.
Are you the bombshell?
Oh, no, I was the OG.
Original.
We're
Original.
Yeah. We came on the first day. We were there for the last day.
You look like a bombshell.
Really?
We're headed to Savannah.
You look like a bombshell. That's
Our
Love
father
Island
left
compliment
us
right there.
because we were taking our sweet time to leave, so we're walking towards the gas station because he left us. But Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy New Year's. And thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Very interesting. Very nice holiday vacation. It's gotta be fun. I don't know about the flying to New York and then flying to Miami in like the same day. Like that seems brutal. At least it's the same time zone, so it's not that bad, but it's a lot of flying. Link down below in the video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Also check out Nic's channel, of course. Yeah, it's always sweet to visit family and whatnot during the holidays. Something I don't get to do very often because I do live quite a few miles away. But it's always a wonderful time, and for me, it's like It's like Nick going from New York to Miami. It's like, it's warm where I live. And then when I flew up in December, it was literally 0 degrees. 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it was literally 0. It was insane. Such a change. Oh my gosh. I could barely withstand it. And the wind was crazy. Like, it was shaking, shivering cold. It was unbelievable. But other than that, I will say this, hot chocolate definitely hits when you're freezing. Definitely tastes a little bit better when you're actively using it for warmth, as opposed to just kind of enjoying the holiday or the season, if you will. When you need it, it's actually pretty nice. Throw a little peppermint schnapps in there for a little fun, extra holiday cheer, if you will. But yeah, it was a good time. Let's bring up some information on Nick and Alandra. There we go. Are Love Island USA's Alandra and Nick still together? This is written in January. She just gave a telling update. Quote, I really feel like me and Nick decided to prioritize our own solo careers first. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. I mean, both of them, they both got superstardom, definitely famous, like ultra famous, off of that. So it kind of makes sense to focus on your own careers, because that way when you are together, like, you do have all that to go with it, instead of just kind of becoming a couple. And if the couple fails, or they, break up or whatever, couple fails. If they fail or break up, what do you do after that? So you really want to establish that, 15 minutes of fame real quick and get into something. So it kind of makes sense. At the 2026 Golden Globes, Alandria addressed Nick breakup rumors and gave a rare update on the relationship. Nick addressed split rumors a month earlier during a conversation with Kim Kardashian. Nick and Alandria remains one of the 2 season 7 couples still together. A lot of new celebrity couples emerged out of 2025, but one of the most beloved, it's got to be Nic and Alandria. Though they didn't end up winning, they were runners-up. Who you may know by their fan-created portmanteau. Portmanteau. What an interesting word. Is that a new word? What's happening? I've seen it before, obviously, on this channel and in articles and whatnot, but I've never used it before. Definitely won viewers' hearts. They've been trying not to let the massive pressure from their fan base get to them ever since, but following several solo outings and a few public joint appearances, that fan base is dying to know, are they still together? Are they still a thing? What's happening? Alandria said, while they were into the whole Nic and Alandria relationship thing at first, they've decided to prioritize their own identities outside of the relationship, which makes sense. As I said, they break up. What do? You've lost your entire brand. All of a sudden, you have nothing going. She continued, I really feel like that's why we're so successful. We continue to prioritize our solo careers as well as our relationship. Well, there you go. That confirms it. Nick disputed breakup rumors himself back in December during a conversation with Kim Kardashian's daughter, Northwest. When Nick visited Kim during a Christmas-themed photo shoot, she arranged a quick call with her daughter explaining that she's a big Love Island USA fan, and not long after getting the call, North, icon that she is, straight up asked, so did you break up with Alandria? His response, no, I didn't. Nic and Alandria for life. That's funny. That's hilarious. As of January 2026, fellow Islanders Clark and Taylor are also going strong, while Season 7 winners have since called it quits, as have a couple other couples, which happens a lot, because let's be honest. The whole point of that show is to not find love. It's to win $50,000 or $100,000, whatever the dollar amount is. The love stuff is just kind of a nice bonus if you happen to find it. But yeah, the true prize is the money, of course. Super Bowl may be behind us, but we'll never be over the true winners of the day, Nick and Alandria. Everyone's favorite Love Island Season 7 couple is reminding fans that love is, in fact, real. And just in time for Valentine's Day. This past weekend, former reality TV contestants Nick took to Instagram to share an adorable video ahead of the Super Bowl featuring a very special and stylish guest star. I dressed down because she's up. That's so funny. Very funny. Yo and Bad Bunny are quite literally the highlight of the game right now. That's funny. I need them to come out with their own fashion line. Interesting. She never has a bad outfit. It's kind of interesting. I mean, I certainly understand why you would kind of keep it private. I mean, what comes to mind immediately when you think about that is Tom Holland and Zendaya. They keep their private life private, and, you know, they've said for years that eventually they'll just disappear, you know, off the face of the earth. And maybe, obviously, we'll see some paparazzi photos and videos and stuff like that where they're caught on camera, but it just, for the most part, they're extremely private, and I totally understand that. I totally get that. I'm assuming when you're a public figure like that, literally it feels like you are just naked in public, basically. Like your entire life is in headlines and just all over the place. People are talking about you that don't even know you and stuff like that. Has got to be kind of a nightmare. So it kind of makes sense. Very much like Dan and Phil in a way, that we've kind of seen and experienced. Seemed like Dan kind of wanted to keep a little bit of it secret just because everything else was so public, right? You know, keep Phil for himself, keep their relationship for himself, that kind of thing. Obviously, they've, you know, gone public and whatnot, but they're still pretty private about, you know, obviously intimate parts and stuff like that for the most part, because it's yours, right? You feel like you have control over it. It's your personal life. It's your relationship. You know, some of those things are worth protecting. You know, keep a little bit of privacy goes a long way. But yeah, it makes sense that they would pursue their own careers so they can stand on their own 2 feet in case anything were to happen, which obviously it happens all the time, right? Reality couples break up a mile a minute constantly. So it makes sense that they want to focus on establishing both of their careers, make sure they're both, you know, ready to go, safe, going to be making money, and then they can obviously do their thing. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Masterclass in modern branding. You've seen them, you've cheered for them, you've probably scrolled past 100 of their photos in social media feeds. Yeah. Without even, honestly, I wasn't even watching that season, and I was still seeing them everywhere. Everywhere. I'm not even interacting with that stuff. It's just on my timeline, no matter what. I think we all kind of went through that. Become a masterclass in modern brand strategy, showing us what it means to build a brand fueled by authenticity and a loyal community. It's not just a feel-good story. It's an epic case study in the power of reality fame when utilized with strategic purpose. Strategic trifecta: management, support, and authenticity. The secret to a reality star's longevity is a crucial post-show transition from contestant to business. Requires a strategic trifecta: solid management, dedicated support team, and a foundation of genuine authenticity. Nic Vans, a.k.a. the Van Carthens. Nick's words, not mine. Secured professional management, instantly gaining experts to help them navigate brand deals, supply long-term career planning. This allowed them to focus on what they do best, connecting with the audience. Yeah, 100% I would get some sort of management team. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, you run into all this money, obviously, and people are trying to throw money at you. And immediately you have to start segmenting it off. Like, okay, the management team gets 10% of everything. And then you have an agent. Maybe you have a legal team. Like, there's just so many people going, just a little bit off the top. Let me just get my hands on just a little bit. You got to be careful with that, obviously. Financial planners, they can be snaky and whatnot. You got to be real careful with that. I don't even know how you would make sure they weren't, in a way, because obviously I guess I would look out for people that actively try to recruit you to their business. Like, that would be a little weird. Like, oh, I have a decent amount of money coming in. That's why you're trying to cold call me or sell me on your services right now. I think I'll go with someone that I pick, just to kind of keep that layer of ick off of it. Maybe that's a solid idea. I have no idea. Equally important is a sleigh-worthy styling and glam team. This isn't just about looking good. It's about being culturally memorable. Every red carpet appearance, every high-profile event, even their day-to-day fashion choices are meticulously curated to reinforce their brand image, transforms a fleeting reality star into a fashion icon. Masterclass in social media. Individual digital marketing strategies are a masterclass in modern branding. Nic's engagement across platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram is a textbook example of building a brand through personality. His content is fun, spontaneous, highly engaging, creating a feeling of connection with his audience and accessibility. What's made Nic an even bigger fan favorite are his personal affirmations to Alandria and constant support of her individual efforts, which reinforce the relationship and how it's viewed by the audience. In contrast, Alandria's social media engagement is less frequent, but strategically purposeful. Her posts are punctuated by content showing her with Nic, but the majority of her posts are curated, polished, and high-fashion content, designed to build her image as a style icon and beauty mogul. Each post is a statement, a deliberate step in her career trajectory, quality over quantity approach. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. A new narrative for Black women in media. Beyond their personal journey, Alandria's challenges, are long held, damaging narrative in legacy brands. The Black women, particularly dark-skinned Black women, are not as marketable or attractive to a broad cross-racial audience. For decades, marketing and reality TV have often overlooked or unjustly stereotyped Black women. Every year on Love Island UK, we watch stunning Black women get picked close to or last on entry to the villa. If they come in as bombshells, there's every chance that they will end up as rejects. Although the UK is the originator of the Love Island concept, we had to wait until season 11 before we saw a Black love couple crowned winners. On the US version of the show, the same diversity and racial biases occur to a lesser extent. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, no, she is selling a lot. If you've ever looked at her feed or anything like that, it is almost all sponsored content. It's pretty impressive, actually. It is extremely impressive. So, wish them well. Hopefully they're, happy and enjoying their lives and their newfound fame and money and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how just couple episodes of a TV show, reality TV show, can just make you a star overnight. It's kind of interesting. Or maybe 2 seconds of being on a viral reel can make you into a star overnight if you leverage it well. And it seems like they have, which is impressive. Obviously, going to a management team pretty quickly. Maybe getting an agent if you want to do commercials and who knows what, TV cameos or something. But, yeah, they definitely did that extremely well. That necklace was a lot. It was a lot. Car was cool. Car was sick. I like that. But man, I don't know about those necklaces. As long as they keep their value, right? If they don't lose value, then that's okay. But I don't think it's ever going to gain value. That's the thing. Like maybe if, it has its obviously manufactured value. And then if he wears it and is photographed in it, maybe the value goes up a little bit if it's sold. But there's kind of a fine line limit to that, isn't there? I don't know. It's probably better to invest. Just not a financial advisor. Just saying. James and Ruby's story, Maxton Hall Prime Video. No one does it quite like Ruby Bell and James Beaufort, starring Damien Hardung and Harriet Herbig. Maxton Hall is now streaming on Prime Video. I have never heard of this, I don't think. Pretty sure I haven't reacted to it before. Excited to see what it's about. Obviously, this is a relationship timeline, so it's going to be pretty heavy on the lovey-dovey stuff. But yeah, I've never heard of this. Posted a year ago. What's up, Moon Carrot? Welcome in.
Ich kenne deinen Namen, wenn du das meinst.
Ich bin Lydias Bruder. Sie ist in einem Philosophiekurs.
Okay, let me go ahead and adjust this really quick. I don't want to cut off any of the subtitles. There we go. That should do it.
Ich möchte, dass du das hier nimmst. Und dir Folgendes merkst. Was du in Suttons Büro gesehen hast, ist nie passiert.
All right, fine. A little
Mehr
bit
10.000
extra.
sind nicht dran. Aber wenn du bis Ende des Schuljahres dicht hältst, verdoppeln wir es. Findest du lustig? Jeder Mensch hat einen Preis. Was ist deiner?
Where is this going?
Was wird das?
Deine Abenteuer mit dem begehrtesten Single der Schule.
Okay.
That's right, baby. But you can make me change my mind. Oh, I never asked to become.
Stolz ist die erste der 7 Todsünden. Dabei ist es eine der nützlichsten Emotionen überhaupt. Stolz signalisiert Status. Und wenn Menschen auf irgendwas reagieren, dann darauf. Jeder auf dieser Welt hat seinen Platz, wie Figuren auf einem Schachbrett. Bauern können ihr Leben lang darum kämpfen, Könige zu werden. Aber nur wer als König geboren wurde, weiß, was diese Position wirklich bedeutet. Man ist mächtig, das Ziel des ganzen Spiels. Aber angreifbar wie keine andere Figur auf dem Brett. Wer seine Stellung halten will, der führt seine Figuren aggressiv nach vorne. Ein Beaufort lässt sich nicht herumkommandieren. Nicht vom Rektor und schon gar nicht von jemandem wie Ruby Bell.
Warte, das war sogar für dich eine dreiste Aktion.
Bislang hat ihn nie interessiert, was ich in der Schule mache, solange ich außerhalb funktioniere, wie er will.
Hat dich ja keiner gezwungen, die Feier mit der Stripper-Crew zu sprengen.
Oh, sie hat mich gezwungen, das sagt niemand. Was denkt sie eigentlich, wer sie ist?
Red mit Dad, der biegt das wieder gerade. Du bist doch sein Goldjunge.
Ich rede mit ihm. Und ich sorge dafür, dass Ruby Bell sich wünscht, sie hätte diese Schule nie betreten.
Provozier sie nicht. Dass sie bis jetzt dicht gehalten hat, ist reines Glück.
Sie denkt, sie hat gewonnen. Erwartet, dass ich aus der Offensive gehe, aber sie hat keine Ahnung, mit wem sie sich anlegt. Dieses Spiel gewinnt sie nicht.
Boy, this is a whole different way of going to
Dad
school,
wäre
isn't
stolz
it?
auf dich.
Man muss dem Gegner das Gefühl geben, dass ihm nur noch eine Handlungsoption übrig bleibt. Richtig?
Pass auf, was du machst. Du kennst das Mädchen nicht.
Ich kenne sie gut genug, um zu wissen, dass sie sich ein Bein ausreißen würde für Oxford. Und dieses dämliche Komitee ist ihr Weg. Und zweitens weiß jeder auf dieser Welt, dass sich niemand für dich interessiert, wenn du kein Geld
Wenn man
hast.
dir von klein auf einredet, niemand würde sich für dich interessieren, wenn du kein Geld hast, ist doch klar, dass du nach einer Vernunft handelst, bei der nichts anderes zählt. Eigentlich ziemlich armselig.
Leidenschaftlich diskutieren ist gut, aber versuchen Sie bitte dabei nicht verletzend zu werden, ja?
Dünne Luft da oben in deinem Elfenbeinturm der moralischen Überlegenheit.
Wenigstens laufe ich nicht durchs Leben und denke, ich wäre was Besseres und könnte die Menschen um mich herum wie Dreck behandeln, nur weil ich ein dickes Bankkonto vorzuweisen
Oh
habe.
nein, du versuchst alle Menschen um dich herum ganz ohne Kohle zu kontrollieren. Wie läuft das so bisher?
Oh, man.
Leute, bitte.
Du wirst für den Rest deines Lebens nichts anderes tun, als einen Wohlstand und einen Ruf zu repräsentieren, zu denen du rein gar nichts beigetragen hast. Weil so viel Geld gibt es wahrscheinlich keinen Bedarf für eigene Ideen oder Ideale. Dein Name, dein Erbe, deine dummen kleinen Streiche, das zeigt doch nur, wie leer du bist. Und deswegen wird sich nie jemand für dich interessieren. Sondern nur für dein Geld.
Aber das ist ja wohl nichts im Vergleich zu deinem persönlichen Drama. Oder tun wir immer noch so, als wäre es normal, was im Oxford-Vorbereitungskurs zwischen dir und Ruby abgegangen ist?
Da ist nichts abgegangen. Der Kurs ist eine Zeitverschwendung und ich hatte keinen Bock mehr.
Ah ja.
Was?
Sie hat einen ziemlichen Treffer gelandet da. Okay, ich lass dich
Oh
in
ja.
Ruhe. Sie habe ich vorher aber auch noch nie so außer Kontrolle gesehen. Zufall?
Willst du Lexington jetzt auch noch über meine Freizeit Bericht erstatten?
Ich wollte dir sagen, dass du recht hattest. Ich kenne dich nicht. Ich habe mich absolut daneben benommen im Oxford-Kurs. Keine Ahnung, was mich geritten hat, aber es tut mir leid. Die viktorianische Party war wirklich die bessere Idee.
Natürlich ist sie das. Wie läuft's mit dem Kleid?
Nicht so ganz wie geplant.
Was ist passiert?
Es ist verbrannt.
Verbrannt.
Verbrannt. Das Plakat wird wahrscheinlich nicht unser Bestes, aber naja. Man kann eben nicht immer gewinnen.
Warum probierst du nicht an? Ich meine, wann bekommst du das nächste Mal die Chance dazu?
Wenn du es auch tust.
Enemies to lovers. I guess strangers to enemies to lovers.
She always my love. I am searching high, I'm searching low in the night. Ooh, does she know that we bleed the same? Ooh, don't wanna cry, but I break that way.
It's such a classic trope, isn't it? The stairway reveal. It's like a high school
Did she
prom.
run away? Did she run away? I
Titanic just brought that up earlier in stream. It'll never not be funny holding the phone like that. I saw something that was just like, you can tell somebody's age just by how they hold the phone. I was like, oh my gosh, that is wildly accurate. Oh. So close. Uh-oh. There's going to be some sort of turmoil or trauma. It's going to push them apart, and then they're going to find their way back to each other. Just a guess.
Ich habe mich wie ein Arsch verhalten am Samstag. Das weiß ich. Aber das hatte nichts mit dir zu tun. Mein Dad und ich, wir...
Ich war dir peinlich.
Ich war mir peinlich. Ich habe die Plakate drucken lassen, um dir zu zeigen, dass ich nicht so bin.
Wie?
Jemand, der Menschen, die er mag, wie Dreck behandelt.
Jetzt lacht die ganze Schule über mich.
Die lachen nicht. Die wollen wissen, wer dieses Mädchen ist. Und ich finde, sie sollten das wissen. Du bist viel zu besonders, um dich vor irgendwem zu verstecken.
Danke für das Kleid.
No one puts baby in corner. Uh-oh. Turmoil and trauma. What is going on here? I'll never let go, Jack.
Das ist der Todesblick.
Die starren mich alle an, als hätte ich was im Gesicht.
Du lässt das zu sehr nicht ran. Erste Handregel aus dem Beaufort-Kodex: totale Nonchalance. Egal in welcher Situation.
Du siehst aus, als könntest du eine Trachtprügel vertragen.
Ich sehe aus, als würde mir eine Trachtprügel überaus gut gefallen. Ist
Hey.
das diese Ruby Bell? Sie ist so lässig, so unaufgeregt. Ich habe gehört, James Beaufort hat sie auf den Arm getragen. Ah, was sind Glückspilz.
Ich meine, whatever.
Sehr gut. Wenn du das noch ein bisschen übst, glaubst du dir irgendwann selbst. Vertrau mir, ich mach das, seitdem ich klein bin.
Nonchalant, aloof.
Sie sind
Classic.
überall. Die anderen sind drin, um den Rest zu fangen. Die Dekofirma ist in einer Stunde da. Wie zum Teufel sollen die arbeiten, wenn die ganzen Viecher hier rumfliegen?
Wir sind ja nur 150 Rebhühner.
Wenn Lexington davon erfährt, bin ich erledigt. Erledigt.
Na dann, worauf wartest du? Oh! Und, hey, Ruby. Happy Birthday.
Dafür, dass sie so kleine Füße haben, sind sie ganz schön schnell.
Ah, so wie du. Vielleicht haben deine Eltern dir deswegen deinen zweiten Namen gegeben.
Was?
Na, ich hab dir doch gesagt, dass ich es rausfinde. Was ich nicht verstehe, ist, was du gegen Jemima hast. Ich meine, Täubchen ist doch süß.
What did you stalk her? What happened? You hire a private investigator to figure out her
Der
middle
Moment,
name?
in dem man den Boden unter den Füßen verliert, ist beängstigend. Aber wer seinen Traum vor Augen behält, vergisst bald, dass
That
er
is a
schwer kann.
beautiful shot. That is a beautiful shot. We just talked about Bridgerton season 4 when Benedict saw Sophie for the first time, and she was looking up at that chandelier, and it was bouncing the light off her masquerade mask. That is a great shot.
Der Kraft je etwas anhaben konnte.
That's a good one too. Is the golden hour makeout replacing the making out in the rain? One Tree Hill trope? Oh.
Du hast die Chance, es in der Welt bis ganz nach oben zu schaffen. Ich kann nicht glauben, dass du nicht verstehst, wie viel Glück du hast.
Glück bedeutet nicht für jeden dasselbe, Mann. Das hast du selbst gesagt.
Uh-oh.
Gut.
Here we go.
Wenn es nicht das ist, was du willst, was willst du dann?
Die Chance, genau das rauszufinden.
Uh-oh.
Viel Glück.
Here comes the turmoil. Oh, but I still want you. Classic. Damn the families. Damn the public.
Es erfordert Mut, über die Gegenwart hinauszudenken. Aber manchmal ist es der Blick eines anderen Menschen, der unsere Zukunft in einem neuen Licht vor uns aufbaut.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is she going off to school? Is that what's happening? Oh, man. Is that a sad ending? Oh, that's brutal. Oh, my gosh. I was not expecting that. Oh, no. Their chemistry's off the charts, one of the comments says. I'm assuming all these clips mean season 2 will come out soon, right? Right? Well, apparently, they do have it. Link down below in the YouTube video description. Go ahead and throw it some love. Wow, that was a roller coaster. Beautiful little story there. Obviously German. I could tell. I had no idea what they were saying without the subtitles, but I could tell from a couple of the words. I could figure it out. German television series on Amazon Prime Video based on the 2018 novel Save Me. James Beaufort, Ruby Bell, premiered in 2024, had the most successful series launch of any non-American Prime original ever. Honestly, I'm not surprised. That was good. That was really good. Ranking number 1 in the charts in over 120 regions. Whoa. Second season premiered November of 2025. In June, it was renewed for a third season ahead of the premiere for season 2. That's good. Nice to see Amazon keeping things going for a change. Not just immediately canceling it. Ruby Bell, brilliant and determined young woman, enters the opulent, that's a good word for it, world of Maxton Hall on a scholarship. Her singular focus is securing a place at Oxford. That's where she was going. I don't know why I didn't put that together. Oxford University, a stark contrast to the carefree extravagance of her wealthy classmates. Among them is James Beaufort, an arrogant heir whose life revolves around privilege. After forgetting to submit, and nonchalant. He doesn't care about it either. After forgetting to submit a document for her referral letter to Mr. Sutton, a teacher at the school, she stumbles upon Lydia having a secret affair with Mr. Sutton. Hello. Lydia thinks Ruby will expose her relationship, so she resorts to her brother James for help. Oh boy. James attempts to buy out Ruby, giving her the money, who in turn refuses all of his attempts. Ruby then requests the school headmaster, Mr. Lexington, for the letter in place of Mr. Sutton, since she no longer holds him in high regard as he did before. She informs Mr. Lexington that she is the chairman for the event organization committee, so he makes a deal with Ruby that if she manages to pull off the upcoming event aimed to attract new potential students successfully, he would consider writing her letter. Mr. Sutton breaks up with Lydia, even after she begs him to keep things the way they are. The party progresses smoothly until the strippers, James invited to ruin the event, show up. Oh, man. Since he believes that Ruby has underlying intentions to ruin Beaufort family with Lydia's secret, so he's trying to sabotage her to try to get her out of that entire world. The headmaster is enraged and takes James off the lacrosse team and denies Ruby her letter. However, he is willing to reverse his decision if Ruby and James manage to throw a successful donor gala for the school. After the initial phase of animosity, Ruby and James begin to bond over the next few weeks, with James helping out to the best of his ability. James prepares for the young Beaufort line, an idea that Lydia had come up with and worked hard on for years. However, their father saw Lydia unfit to lead as future CEO. Unfortunately, press conference clashes with the gala, which James had promised Ruby he'd attend since it was her birthday as well. After an intense conversation with her father forcing him to go to the conference, James makes a decision in the spur of the moment when rehearsing lines with Lydia in the car and decides to go to the gala. James's father's wrath knows no bounds when he discovers his son's relationship with Ruby, since he catches them kissing in the basement. That was that light that shined on him during that golden hour makeout session. He views her as beneath them and resorts to blackmail, threatening to destroy Ruby's future to force James to break things off. Heartbroken and desperate to protect Ruby, James makes the agonizing decision to end the relationship. Having seen Lydia at the gala, Mr. Sutton approaches her and asks her to elope with him. They agree to meet the following Thursday. However, Lydia decides to stay at a photo shoot with her family, leaving Mr. Sutton heartbroken and their escape dreams shattered. Just as they all attempt to create lives without their true loves, Lydia discovers she's pregnant with Mr. Sutton's child. Hello. Oh, that's a good twist. Oh, man. During the Oxford College interview period, a second-year student seemingly takes a liking to Ruby. James is, jealousy. Jealousy's coming in. Overcome with jealousy as he watches the two get close at a bar. Ruby publicly lashes out at him for talking down to the student in an Oxford student Q&A. They have an angry confrontation in which James comes to a realization that he has never once done what he wanted for himself. James kisses Ruby in retaliation, but Ruby asks James why he had ignored her up until then, to which he explains his dad's threats. They reconcile and have a nice intimate moment. Ruby nails her interview. I'm sure she does. And James doesn't attend his final interview. Upon arrival back home, James and Lydia are informed that their mother has died. What? James becomes angry at his father for his demeanor, and tackles him. Dragged off his father by his driver, James storms away, walking the streets, finds himself in front of Ruby's house. But after seeing her happy with her family, he walks away, and the season ends. Did he have his wife murdered? Like what? Oh my gosh. I guess it wouldn't be too surprising in that kind of world. That's crazy. All right, so there's 6 episodes each season. Pretty quick and easy watch. Very interesting. Sounds amazing. Sounds a lot of fun. Why are you worrying about the future when we have the present, says Ruby. Second daughter of Angus and Helen. At the beginning of the first season, Ruby's depicted as a teenager who earns a scholarship to attend the school. She encounters and falls in love with James. Wow. Lin Wang on Ruby and James's relationship. Quote, he saves your life, bails on his friends, and carries you, looking like you're in a wet t-shirt contest into the moonlight night. And he doesn't kiss you? What else do you guys need? Fireworks? Now that's funny. Ruby's introduction to James occurs amidst the opulent halls of Maxton Hall, where she stands as a scholarship student among the elite. Their initial encounters crackle with tension. Ruby perceives James as the epitome of arrogance and privilege, while James finds himself drawn to Ruby's authenticity and resilience, traits he seldom encounters among his peers. Interesting, yeah. Well, he doesn't even care that he's arrogant. That's the thing. He's just so nonchalant that it comes off as just brutally arrogant. And he just kind of lives in that world. Despite their contrasting backgrounds, a hesitant relationship blooms between them, characterized by shared challenges and personal growth. Together, they navigate the labyrinthine. Wow, labyrinthine. It's even a more impressive word. Complexities of Maxton Hall, each offering the other invaluable support and insight. James confronts his inner demons and insecurities. Ruby finds her voice and confidence, bolstered by James's unexpected encouragement. Not without trials, of course, misunderstandings, external pressures, a lot of them, apparently. Precisely during these tumultuous moments that their bond deepens as they lean on each other for support and understanding. Nice. James, of course, son and heir of Cordelia and Mortimer. Wow. Cordelia and Mortimer. Those are, yeah. Those are elite names, if you will. One of the main. That's so funny. Mortimer and Cordelia. Critics were lukewarm on it. Thought it was pretty good. Fans definitely thought it was better than the critics, apparently. Let's go ahead and look at season 1. So the critics liked season 1 slightly better than season 2, apparently. Not as intoxicating as other teen romance dramas, but eager in its adherence to conventions. Genre comfort food, not a precision meal. That's the consensus there. Interesting. It's technically, this person, one of the critics says, it's technically a YA series, but it's European. So it's more daring and risque than most American adult dramas, and it's really good. Sweet, addictive, brimming with feeling. Nice. Follows the YA enemies to lovers blueprint to the letter, and that soothing familiarity is its greatest strength. This person says, oh boy, 1.5 out of 5. Yikes. YA drama should leave you breathless and giddy, and probably remind us middle-aged people about the more fun times from our youth. Maxton Hall does neither of those things. Okay. While a little spicy, this enemies to lover story is still comfort food for teens. Cinderella story with a prince not so charming. Here's a seductive show teens will want to binge. I don't know. It seems like he got better. Maybe that was just nonsense, but it seemed like he opened up to her a little bit, even in that video. Season 2, let's see. Oh, only 6 reviews. Dang. Season 2 is fine, but it chooses to run through situations and feelings instead of exploring them deeper. We get thoughtful writing and a vulnerable depiction of how essential it is to be beside those we love in trying times. From platonic relationships to romantic, everything about this season is underscored, blah, blah, blah. While Harriet and Damien try their best to keep the story from veering too far off the rails, anything that is good or at least decent in this season is overshadowed by its cartoonish what? Cartoonish what? Let's see if we can see the full review on that. No? You're not gonna give me the full review on that one? Cartoonish what? I don't know. It's not clicking for some reason. It's not clocking. Audience reviews, normally giving this more stars, but I think the show is quite problematic and makes women's plot lines collapse around toxic men. The writing in season 2 was incoherent with season 1. I assume and heard there were different writers for each. Well, that is not a good thing. It's always terrible when they have writer turnover. Felt like watching a show produced by Disney Channel and HBO at the same time. What? So it's got like the YA feel, but it's also kind of like raunchy, I guess. Season 1 was pretty enjoyable if seen as a silly and fun watch to turn your brain off. Well, it's kind of how I approach most things, honestly. I just kind of turn the brain off and just kind of absorb what's being given, right? Try not to have any preconceived notions, any sort of prism I'm trying to see this stuff through. I just turn it on and go, here we go. Seems to work. I enjoy most of the things I see, which is, I guess, somewhat rare. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know what this person's talking about, honestly. Struggles to capture the charm of its first season, feeling more like a watered-down what? Watered-down ripoff. Interesting. Well, I guess it just depends. Depends on how into it you are. Seems like the fans are enjoying it though. Even in the second season, it's 85%. So seems interesting. I love the tropes. I love them. They're just so. I think the phrase was genre comfort food, basically. Yeah, that is just so amazing because it's very relatable. It's extremely relatable to most of us, if not all of us, going through those awkward years of, young adulthood and, whether it's dealing with others or just dealing with yourself. That was awkward enough. And then you add somebody on top of that. It's pretty awkward. So I love those. I always love those. And I've said this before, but it always brings me back in time. And I think that's why we continue to like these YA stories or, coming of age, whatever you want to call it, is because it reminds you of a time when life was fairly simple or simpler in a way, lack of a job, or like a big time job at least, less bills, less responsibilities, more fun, potentially. Yeah, school was just, it was one of those things. I didn't like school, the academic sense. Like, I was not a big fan of it. The day-to-day grind is kind of a grind. But I absolutely enjoyed having that structure of school, having the different subjects. So at least if you didn't like a subject, hopefully the next one was better. And if you didn't like that one, hopefully the next one was better. If you didn't like that one, hopefully the next one was better. So you had some variety throughout the day. It wasn't just completely the same. And you were just constantly surrounded by people your own age, which is rare, extremely rare. That's why younger people tend to go towards downtown areas and that kind of stuff, although it's super expensive nowadays, so it's kind of hard to do that. But you typically or want to be around people that have a similar life situation. Like maybe you're younger, you want to be around younger people, or maybe you don't have kids, so you want to be around people who don't have kids, or maybe you do have a family and you want to be around other families. We tend to kind of go towards what's more familiar. But yeah, it's always a nice blast in the past. It takes you back in time. You're watching the show, you're thinking about your life, you're thinking about, if you relate to any of it, any of the stories, even remotely. It's kind of a beautiful thing. And it'll always make you feel, I don't know if it makes you feel young. Maybe it makes you feel young in the moment while you are going back in time. And then maybe after you watch it, you just feel old. I don't know. But it is nice in the moment, for sure. So it looks like a good show. It's only 12 episodes or something like that. Not a lot. Not a lot to catch up on. So if you're looking forward to something like that, that is definitely a good one. Seems like. All right, let's jump into the next one. This is The Double. It is literally a C-drama. It's called The Double. Came out in 2024, I believe. Let's go ahead and bring that up and jump in. I'll leave it like this because I'm not sure if there's going to be any need for closed captioning. It's already beautiful. It's amazing how C-dramas do that instantly.
知道什么是最危险的吗？贪婪。
为何如此大火？你为何如此对我？你为什么要负我？
我把雪芳菲料理了。
怎么料理的？
湖南。
那在江二娘子眼中，什么是苦的事呢
？Holy tone shift！
生老病死，爱恨情仇，这个世上苦的事多了。
爱和情，在江二娘子心中是件苦事。
我说说，你的小娘子被埋进土里的时候是怎么样的呀？是破口大骂呢，还是跪地求饶啊？亦或者还爱着你，甘心赴死啊？
你姓什么？
换一个问题，
名什么？
我没有名，
籍贯何处？
青城山上孤魂野鬼，我只能拼上自己的一条命，去搏一个真相。
对你来说，真相就那么重要？
胜过我的性命。
说不定日后我们殊途同归。
Seems like he is cursed. And honestly, if you're burying your wife alive, yeah, you probably should be. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Don't know her name. She has no name. He's trying to figure it out. I would assume she's some sort of curse, like spirit of the dead wife. Oh my gosh. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. As always on this channel, you never know from video to video what it's going to be like. That was a huge tone shift. That was really a kind of different love story, if you will. Oh my gosh. All right, let's bring up some information and fill in that gap for the double. Based on the web novel Marriage of D. Daughter, premiered in 2024, the popularity exceeded 10,000 heat index on Youku, marking the fastest time for a series to reach 10,000 in 2024. The record was later broken by the story of Pearl Girl. Dang. Zhu Li, the daughter of Magistrate Shu, was betrayed and buried alive by her beloved husband, Shen. Fate gives her a second chance, and she manages to survive. She's saved by Jiang Li, the daughter of Chief Secretariat. However, Jiang Li soon passes away, and before dying, she asks Zhu Li to take revenge for her. Zhu Li takes on Jiang Li's identity and goes to the capital to seek revenge against those who caused her and Jiang Li's misfortune. Whoa. Fang Fei, she was betrayed and buried alive by her husband. Yikes. However, she manages to survive and is saved. After Jiang Li's death, she takes on her identity to seek revenge against those who caused her misfortune. That is unreal. So there's 40 episodes, one bonus episode, about an hour long with ads. I'm so lost on what to request. I still have all three of my requests. I might just do miscellaneous TikTok compilations or something that's on the longer side. There's going to be a lot of Pursuit of Jade, probably. Interesting. Sounds good. All right. The Double on MDL, 8.8 out of 25,000 users. Dang, that's good. Anytime it's around 9 on this website seems to be really good. 40 episodes is a lot. That is quite a good amount of show. So if you're looking for something long, this might be it. All right, here we go. We're diving into the reviews. Oh, no. Oh, we'll try to find one that's like glaringly positive, one that's in the middle, and maybe we'll try to find one that, you know, is around a 3 or 4. I'm not going to 1. 1 is just, I think people just review bombing or something. Let's see. Revenge drama done right. Thrilling and satisfying. Revenge is one of the most common genres used in dramas, But The Double stood out because it never lost focus and strayed from its main revenge theme. Too many revenge shows started off strong, but lost their way when romance became the central point. To add salt to injury, smart leads suddenly become love brain and lost all common sense, or even worse, any ounce of intelligence that they used to have. Not on this show. It is straight vengeance, baby. Kind of reminds me of the most recent Rambo movie that Sylvester Stallone was in. That whole movie was just revenge. And it was just a spree of revenge. It was crazy. Oh my gosh. There was a definite romance, one so tantalizing, and the buildup of our lead couple's relationship so engaging that it set my heart aflutter, even when there was no kisses for most of the show. However, the plot stayed the course, showing how our female lead, Fang Fei, slowly but surely got revenge for herself and her family, and also for her savior, Zheng Li, whose identity she assumed after getting a second chance in life. Furthermore, the crew and cast, from the director, the screenwriters, to the lead supporting actors, they owned the show, expressing the story with their own unique voices and perspectives. Nice. Do they have anything in here that's any sort of critique? Best part, though, is that we thought who we thought were the worst villains turned out to be victims. Oh, interesting. Another aspect of the show that did well was its pacing. Show did not end up dragging on way too long or climaxing too soon. The revenge and romance kept me invested until the end. Nice. Oh, good. Great soundtrack. Nice. Beautiful costumes. Saw those. Setting. Definitely beautiful from what we saw. Excellent cinematography. Nice. It's got everything. Revenge, romance, good sound, good music, beautiful costumes, great areas. Nice. It was one of my first C-dramas, and I binged through it so fast. Nice. Honestly, it seems like I wanted to watch The Double, but there's so many other C-dramas that have become popular recently. Yeah. It's tough. It's really tough to decide what you're going to watch next. I ended up watching, I know this is ridiculous, but I ended up watching Euphoria Season 3, Episode 1 last night. And which is ridiculous because the last time I saw anything Euphoria was 2020, something like that. And it was the first season. Like, I never even saw the second season. So I think what I'm going to do is go back to the first season, rewatch that, go to the second season, and then watch the third season. I was so lost. I didn't even remember anybody on that show. I had no idea who the characters were. Completely lost. I was like, this isn't the smartest idea. Start with Season 3, Episode 1. That seems like a good idea. Came pretty late to C-dramas, but yeah, there's so many, it's really hard. Yeah, seems like it. Like, every C-drama that I've reacted to on this channel has been stunning. Stunning and interesting, and the stories are always so in-depth and riveting, and it's just like, I don't even know where you would start, really. All right, let's try to find one that's middle of the road. 7.5 is not quite there. 7? No. Eye candy and empty calories. Fast food entertainment at its finest. Highly addicting, but you'll feel hungry 30 minutes after finishing the meal. Oh, that's so true. Oh, that's so true of fast food. Is it not? Oh, gosh. It's so satisfying. It tastes great. And then you're like, anyway, what's next? Oh my gosh. Her revenge turned seeking justice arc was quite well developed and paced. Oh. So even the person that's like, oh, this is empty calories kind of thing, still was like, hey, the revenge arc pacing was perfect. Visual representation, stunning, nice. Main lead stole the show. Men in this show served nothing but looks. Oh, that's painful. First episode. Weird way of introducing characters and villains. There was no subtle setup for them. Out of the blue, we are getting scenes with a new threat we are supposed to fear, but I'm like, who is that? And why should I care? Oh, interesting. It's like Mortal Kombat, where you just all of a sudden there's an enemy in front of you. Last 2 episodes were full clownery. I never laughed so much watching scenes that were supposed to be moving or tense. Some highlights include Zhang Li saying she can do archery when she held a bow twice in her life. Another one was the random cheap death of 2 guys working for Duke. Why did it even happen? Why did the war even happen? They never presented it as a major threat. So why make it a last-minute plotline? Overall, it was fun and a little disappointing. Well, there you go. Okay. This is what I always say, right? In order to enjoy this, I love how this is like a trashing it or like middle of the road kind of review. And then they say, in order to enjoy this drama, one should just go with the flow because it is a fun and addictive watch. But it is also fairly cheesy and often illogical. I mean, and yes, if you're looking to pick apart plot lines and that kind of thing, most entertainment is going to be disappointing to you. Because a lot of different movies and TV shows have just interesting plots, we'll say that, that don't really go anywhere, or maybe the main one kind of falls through, or maybe the side ones fall through and they just never address it. But I think for the most part with most entertainment, if you just go with the flow, just kind of enjoy it, you know, maybe it's awful to you and then you just don't watch it. But if you just go with the flow, you might find it interesting. Even if it's cheesy. Some cheesiness is not bad. It can be kind of fun. If it's too cheesy, then yeah, that's kind of brutal. TV show review: why romantic fantasy readers will be obsessed with The Double. The C-drama with a male lead who will rival all your book boyfriends. All of them. I could just say The Double will put you into that can't eat, can't sleep, can't stop watching, can't stop thinking about these characters mode. But there's so much more to this 40-episode C-drama on Netflix. I'm new to the world of C-dramas and K-dramas, but I'm rapidly becoming addicted. And even if you're an avid romanticy, that's funny, reader, you will be too. We'll call it book adjacent, as I did find out it's an adaptation of a web novel, which is still being translated into English. If you've ever wanted to feel like you're stepping into the pages of your favorite historical fiction novel with enemies to lovers tension, palace intrigue, secret identities, and the slowest of slow burn romances that will have you kicking your feet at 3 a.m., The Double is for you. Oh, that's funny. Truly is the perfect binge-worthy drama you didn't know you needed. I can't stop thinking about it. Things to know: it's a Chinese historical fiction, revenge plots, multiple, political intrigue, evil stepmother, touch her and die, romantic subplot, amazing costuming, slow burn, apparently the slowest of slow, trigger, violence, and gore. What's The Double about? At its heart, it's a story of identity, betrayal, and love against the backdrop of political intrigue, scheming palace officials, siblings vying for the throne in ancient China. Interesting. Sounds good to me. How rude of me to not introduce you to your new favorite fictional love interest. Some men say I love you, But would they trade an entire army to his enemies for you? Sigh. Probably not. No, absolutely not. I would also be remiss if I didn't mention that the side characters are also some of my favorites. They provide comic relief, but were also serious when needed. What people will love, enemies to lovers energy. I mean, that's classic. Great story element. We all love it. Clever verbal sparring, the mistrust that slowly melts into understanding, stolen moments of vulnerability, etc., etc. Strong, clever heroine. Don't we all adore a heroine who's more than just a pretty face? Cunning, brave, resourceful. She wants her revenge, but she also wants to help the people. And it's so satisfying to see her outsmarting her rivals while protecting her secret. Court intrigue and high stakes. Palace setting is dripping with tension, whispered alliances, betrayals galore, characters whose motives are never what they seem. So it's a palace full of little fingers. Cinematic romance, from lingering glances across the crowd to heated confrontations at the end with hearts racing, to humorous moments. The double nails the slow burn romance vibe. You love the hand flex in Pride and Prejudice? Just wait, there's about 1 million of those moments in this series. Who did this to you? Moments. Yep. I'll burn down the world for you. That too. Nice. Now, if I were to pick some things that I would have changed, I'm just gonna pretend the last 10 minutes of the series never happened. Oh no, another ending that doesn't quite stick. Don't try to be artsy, just give the people what they want. I don't want to give spoilers, but I'll just say I'm not okay. I'll never recover. And thank God they filmed the special 40.5 episode. Oh no. Her fake father drove me nuts with how dumb and oblivious he was sometimes. I loved the slow burn romance. However, I could have had a couple more kisses thrown in. I mean, there were so many times when I was just yelling at the screen, just kiss her, you fool. We're talking 30 episodes in before feelings are even admitted. But the wait was worth it. Final episode felt rushed. I wish they would have done a few less cinematic music sequences, which were quite abundant and artsy. Instead, use that time to tell more of the story and wrap up a few of the characters. There you go. Four reasons to watch it. Honestly, I think we already heard all the reasons to watch it. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll kind of run through this quickly. Courageous, intelligent female lead. Basically went over that. Assertive and kind male lead, aka your new favorite. So it's a little redundant here. Complex villains. Okay, this is new. An array of complex, multifaceted characters besides our main leads and wonderful supporting cast. The drama showcases not one, but 3 main villains, all of whom you would love to loathe. They all have unique backstories and motivations for their terrible deeds. As a viewer, you may even feel sympathy, but you also wish for their downfall. Interesting. Eldest princess, daughter of the late emperor, sent as a hostage, endures immense suffering and returns home to face disrespect and malicious gossip. Ooh, welcome back to palace life. Resentful of the royal family, she begins to support her brother, the prince, in his bid for the throne. Yikes. Secretary of the State, wife of Jiang. Her father disapproved of the relationship with a painter and severely injured the painter and forced to marry a foolish young nobleman. Dang. That's crazy. A sizzling slow burn romance. Yeah, definitely. Igniting the screen with their captivating chemistry and expressive eyes. Although their scenes may be brief, playful exchanges and intimate interactions keep audiences wanting more, initially viewing each other as mere chess pieces in their personal schemes, gradually develop an unspoken trust and mutual respect. As their bond deepens, they come to realize each other's significance in their lives. Very interesting. That seems awesome. Just based off of, honestly, the third article did a lot of the selling. Enemies to lovers, strong, clever heroine, court intrigue, high stakes, classic. Who doesn't love that? Backstabbing, fighting over the throne, trying to make other people look worse so it elevates your status. Like, that is so amazing. I absolutely love that plot device in these royal shows. It's amazing. Cinematic romance, which I'm sure it happens in real life, which would be terribly uncomfortable to be a part of. Like, I wouldn't want to be in it, but it's fun to watch it. It really is. Cinematic romance, that's kind of me with any sort of, like, especially when I was in high school or anything like that, any sort of like teen drama, like YA, relationship, trouble growing up and all that stuff. Like, I just watch that stuff to kind of live vicariously through those characters. I would never want to go through it by myself. Like, that's kind of the beauty of watching some of those shows, is you also get to experience, stuff that you never would or never would want to. It's kind of beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into the next. It is Dear X TikTok compilation. We reacted to Dear X on last stream on Friday. Very interesting. It was a quick one. It was only about 3 minutes long. This one's much longer. It's 25 minutes long. So strap in. This should be very good. I am looking forward to it. Here we go. Come on now. Okay. I think this should be okay. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I can move it a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. Move it slightly. It should be okay there. We'll see. Nope. It's not. I'm definitely blocking some of this. But spoilers ahead. Growing up, Bag-faced Ajin, faced abuse and neglect. Early on, she learned how to mask her feelings and pull the strings for her benefit. That was how she could survive and later make her ambition a path to success. By her side since childhood was Jun Seo. He lived and protected her unconditionally and believed his devotion could save her. As Ajin's actions turned darker over time, Jun Seo began to question whether he had been helping or enabling. Enabling. Another person molded by a tragic past was Jeo, who became close with Ajin. As Ajin navigated the world of entertainment, power, betrayal, her manipulations created a web of secrets and shifting loyalties. Those who loved or trusted her, including Jun Seo and Jeo, became caught in the chaos. Oh boy.
앞에서는 모범생인 척, 뒤에서는 추잡하게 애들 돈이나 뚝. 이렇게 번 돈부터 해서 선물 산 거 알면 아니면 진짜 좋아하겠다. 그치?
나도 너 좋아한다고.
배가진 네가 그랬어.
Oh, that's brutal.
필요하다고. 넌 똑똑하잖아. 이미 머릿속으로 대책 같은 거 세워놨을 거 아니야. 말해봐. 내가 뭐 하면 되는지. 그럼 이건. 이거 반장 에어팟이랑 돈 봉투 아니야?
그러니까 경고했지만 배가진 건드리지 말라고.
Oh my gosh. And oh my God. It's quite the laundry list right there. Antisocial personality disorder, psychopath, manipulative, daddy issues, and mommy issues. The trifecta.
선생님, 괜찮으세요? 선물은 마음에 드세요? 생일 축하드려요.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. She is wild for that. With a smile too. That's the crazy part.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. The smile is what got me.
너의 말을 위해 어디까지 해줄 수 있어?
I'll say this: he'd be right there helping you clean up a body. She's definitely bandaged quite a lot. What is that?
난 가끔 네가 무서울 때가 있어.
That's your intuition telling you to run. He's definitely coming off as her hitman for some reason. Like he's just willing to do whatever.
I don't think my mum likes me very much. That doesn't really matter, because I don't really like her either.
그럼 제가 진짜로 드릴 거라고 생각했어요? 그럼 내가 다른 사람 고통까지 생각하면서 이해해줘야 돼? 세상 비위 맞추면서 사는 것도 이제 지긋지긋해!
I mean, sometimes that's very accurate. Sometimes it just seems like you're just getting piled on. And it's just like, come on now. Is he saying that after like 80 times that she's crossed the line? Is it like a late realization? Yeah? Oh no. Well, at least he had it, right? Still stood by her afterwards? Oh man. Down bad with a capital D and B. Down bad.
Do I have an open invitation saying use me, use me, use me? Why do I choose people that don't choose me? It's so stupid, it's so goofy. You're not even scared you're gonna lose me.
가장 높은 꼭대기에서 새롭게 태어나고 싶어.
그 꼭대기가 가장 외롭고 가장 불행할 수도 있어.
상관없어.
Okay. Okay. Hey, success over everything is the mentality there. You know, the sad part is, I bet there is a lot of people that get to that point, and we probably know them by name, that don't go into what she's dealing with, but they probably have just massive egos to the point where it just makes them unbearable. It's not a hot take, but it's definitely real. Some people can't handle that well. And you never really know until you're in it, I would assume. Kind of like how you don't know who your friends are until after something happens. They show their cards, they show themselves.
저리 안 가?
싫은데? 아니 오랜만에 친구 얼굴 좀 자세히 보겠다는데 왜?
친구? 내가 언제부터 네 친구였어?
안내. 먹었어?
Boss. Okay.
누가 끝이래? 아니지. 이제 시작이지. 한 번에 끝나는 지옥이 어딨어.
Oh boy. I think she meant it. I think she meant it. That is so terrifying. Did a lot of little jobs for her, so it's a bit fitting.
Let's check. Just making money, make that pussy wet. I started rapping, now they upset. She's been my bitch since we first met. Hot damn. I am going super saiyan. I am hotter than a pan. Ask your bitch who I am. Taxing niggas Uncle Sam. Sliming niggas dirty damn.
지금 허인강이랑 끝날 때 되지 않았어? 왜? 진짜 사랑이라도 하게 된 거야?
The unfortunate part is because she is attractive, she's going to obviously attract, fitting, right? Obviously attract people into her web, which is just brutal. Then all of a sudden you're manipulated. It's like a never-ending cycle. She had so many love interests where she just used them. Yeah. Kind of makes sense.
지금 나 안 놓으면 선배는 할머니 떠올릴 때마다 지옥일 거야.
And the crazy part is, yes, she I would assume she would be able to go back to them over and over again to use them again and again and again. But I've lost my train of thought. Oh, the crazy part is she probably doesn't even realize it for the most part. It's just normal.
내 딸이 준 선물. 인강이 인모랑 같이 똑같이 내 새끼야.
당신이 가장 미웠을 때가 언제였는지 알아? 당신이 나한테 친절할 때였어. 그 친절함에 속아서 내가 당신을 좋아하게 될까 봐. 조금이라도 헛된 희망을 품게 될까 봐.
Interesting. Well, it's a lot easier. I would assume it's a lot easier to manipulate people by being nice through kindness than it is through anger and hate.
너 아진이 좋아하잖아. 난 그냥 아진이가 평범하게 살았으면 좋겠어. 그래서 네가 필요한 거고. 아진이가 평범하게 살 수 있는 그 시작이 내가 아니라 김재현 너일 확률이 높으니까.
뭐라는 거야? 말 좀 쉽게 해라. 알아들어 먹게.
너 아까 아진이 웃는 거 못 봤냐? 아진이는 그런 웃음 잘 안 지어.
뭐 어떻게 웃는데?
Usually smiles like a robot or something.
마약반에 있을 때 뒷돈 받고 사건 무마해준 적 있지.
어차피 나야 막장에서 거기거기거든. 근데 연애랑은 좀 다르겠지. 내가 말 한마디만 하면 배가진 걔는 그냥 소리소문없이 사라지지 않거든.
The show seems fascinating just based on the fact that the lead character is just mercilessly going through these people, whether using them or whatever for her own personal gain. Like, to a point, it's kind of fascinating to watch that happen. It's probably why we like watching, you know, crime thrillers or like financial crime, that kind of stuff. Like, it's always interesting to see the motives behind. And with her, there's like no motives, right? It's all just kind of internalized, you know, issues.
The dragon has 3 heads.
So you get to see this crazy world through her eyes, where it doesn't care at all about using people. Just, hey, I gotta get to where I want to get to. I want to do what I want to do.
야, 근데 생각해보니까 옛날엔 아는 척하지 말자며. 너 나 싫어하지 않았냐?
지금도 싫어.
네. A match made in heaven. Oh. Funny enough, she really ended up marrying a psychopath. That's so interesting. That's so interesting.
전처가 나만 보면 자꾸 죽여버리고 싶다고 했어. 그래서 이혼했어요.
Sociopath and psychopath sitting in a tree. KISS. So, such an interesting pairing.
이 정도는 몰아세워야 나한테 쪼르르 달려오는구나.
And they really blur the lines, obviously. Well, they don't really blur it as much, but they really push the whole evil and good thing, which is fascinating. It's always an interesting trope. Tale as old as time. Oh. That's why she was covered in blood. This song, though.
내가 미친 것 같아요?
I mean, don't ask those questions. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
싫어, 나 진짜 싫어.
아직 연락 없고?
요즘엔 나한테도 연락이 없네. 내가 필요하다는 건 보스한테 무슨 안 좋은 일이 생겼다는 거니까. 아주나.
김재호.
왜 없었으면 됐다.
So he's her emergency contact, is what I'm getting. She only reaches out when there's trouble.
너 내가 얼마나 쓸모있는 남처럼 느껴지는지 모르지. 그러니까 배가지. 나 얼마든지 이용해. 그게 내가 바라는 거니까.
It's got to be a kink at that point, right? Gotta be. He's just a really good employee. She's a really good boss.
또 하나 늘어나요? 그 친구 내가 갖고 있는데.
Oh my gosh. Something tells me she has all the receipts. All of them, no matter what.
좀 갈 데 없으면 우리 그냥 지옥이라도 같이 갈까? 아주나.
All right, Bonnie and Clyde. Oh. Literally. Car skedaddled right off that road. I was like, oh. Wow. Whoa. What a wild, wild show. The sociopath marries the psychopath. And death do they part. Link down below in YouTube video description when this gets posted to YouTube. For the original video, go throw out some much-deserved love. Also check out the channel. They might have other videos that might interest you, of course. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on Dear X. is the title. First impressions, thrilling K-drama that questions true human nature. Is a person inherently bad, or is it their circumstances that lead them to evil? New thriller drama Dear X addresses this topic in a very intriguing and exhilarating way. People say when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Or, as you do, I forget what movie that was. Killing Sarah Marshall? No, Forgetting Sarah Marshall? What is it? Where Paul Rudd was like, when life gives you lemons, just say F the lemons and bail. However, when those lemons are deathly rotten, would you still drink from it knowing it could poison you? When left with no other choice but to kill or be killed, some people are willing to do anything to survive. Let's dive in. Alrighty. One of the most popular actresses in South Korea, Ah-jin, may have the beauty of an angel and the world at her feet, but as a child, her life was nothing short of hell. Neglected by a despicable father, abused by an alcoholic mother, Ah-jin learned from a very young age that she had no one in the world but herself. So even after her father coldly murders her mother, yikes, she is far from safe from the world's cruelty. That's when she meets Jun Seo, a sweet but naive boy who has lived a sheltered life under his greedy mother, who is probably as vicious as Ah-jin's father, but can hide it a little better. Fast forward a few years, we see that Ah-jin and Jun Seo have grown to become regular high school students, or so it seems. While Ah-jin is the picture-perfect model student on the surface, underneath her brilliant smile lies a systematic, and cold-hearted manipulator, total sociopath, who only sees people as a means to an end. On the other hand, Jun Seo appears as the same timid and good guy he was as a child. However, he shares a complex and somewhat dependent relationship with Ah-jin after he was traumatized by watching his mother trying to drown her to death. Ooh. Oh, this is so brutal. They've formed a deep relationship that goes beyond any common friendship, and throughout the years, carefully crafted plans to take down Ah-jin's enemies, whom she marks as X. But despite Ah-jin always showing a tendency to be calculative and cold towards people in general, she isn't arbitrary when it comes to messing somebody up. Boy, oh boy. It is so wild. This gives away an important lesson on Ah-jin and how far she's willing to go to get her payback. She doesn't go eye for eye. She goes after the entire head. In movies, it's the clueless ones like you who always die first. If you were a little less stupid, then things might have turned out differently. Oh my gosh. That's cold. That's cold. So not only will she mess you up, verbally she'll mess you up as well. Doesn't only know how to make enemies, she can also find some accomplices. Juno, a guy who seems to be a tough cookie, but who is secretly enduring constant abuse by his father. So basically, she was just preying on other people that were going through some rough spots as well. Oh gosh. She was looking for easy victims. Sadly, his life turned awry when he unintentionally murders his father during one of the man's fits of rage. However, before he turns himself in, he contacts Ah-jin, and what she says to him resonates so deeply in his mind that he begins to idolize her, even when he's already in jail. It's like that Eminem Dear Stan. In this first part of the story, we see a clear picture of the tone and vibes we can expect. The tension is recurrent. The thriller is peak and stimulating without being too extreme. And every scene seems like to develop so smoothly that even an hour episode feels like 20 minutes. Ah-jin might be twisted, but all of her actions are the result of the extremely unfair and precarious circumstances she has survived through her life. In Jun Seo's case, his deep trauma and lack of family bonds makes him the perfect puppet. So she preys on technically the weak, I suppose. Interesting. Well, it makes sense, right? She looks for people with vulnerabilities to exploit, and there you go. Man, unbelievable. Breaking down the twisted ending. Let's see. Oh my God. AI already. I'm literally on an article and it's like, hey, with AI, do you want to research anything? It's like, no, just let me read it. Third act is least successful in the show's run. While the story maintains some of its emotional tension and complex moral landscape, it gets bogged down with a half-baked villain, rich psychopath who decides he wants Ah-Jin as his next plaything. When In-Gang's ending himself leads to Ah-Jin's expulsion from entertainment agency Longstar, the villain steps in as a self-appointed savior. He offers her a place at his company and his hand in marriage. She ends up marrying him in a uncharacteristic move. This leaves Jun Seo, who is still reeling from his grandfather's death and discovery that he has a different birth father, abandoned once again by her. He's also down one kidney, having donated his to his thankless upstart mother. Wow. Begins to accept that Ah-Jin will never choose him over her own goals. Starting to click. He's starting to clock it. Dear X began with a simple yet striking question. Why do we fall in love with someone who is bad for us? That's a good question. Why do we fall in love with someone who is technically bad for us? Or how could we fall in love with someone who's bad for us? I would say because love and your intuition are two separate things. You know? We have survival instincts. We have protection instincts to protect ourselves against people who would do us harm or use us or whatever. And then also we have love, which is completely brainless. It is literally just a feeling you get around somebody. It could be strong, it could be weak, it could be platonic, it could be romantic. Two very different things. They don't have to connect. Like, you can know that somebody's bad for you and you can still love them. So it kind of makes sense. Why do we fall in love with someone who's bad for us? Because intuition and love are rarely linked. And sometimes it takes other people to recognize they're bad for you before you start to click in your own head. Do you know somebody that's gone through that? Like, have you ever known a couple in your life and you look at them and you're like, that person's not right for the other person? Like, clearly that person's bringing them down, or that person doesn't seem the same. They seem more negative. They seem more on edge. They seem less happy than they were. Like, I think we've all seen that, right? From the outside looking in. Of course, you can't always judge, a relationship or a friendship or whatever from the outside because you don't know the inner workings and whatnot. But sometimes it's very obvious. And I think with these two, it's probably very obvious. Let's see. Jo, who has emerged as Ah-Jin's most loyal enabler, decides to give his life for her. When they were teenagers, Ah-Jin was the first person to tell Jo that he was useful. Years later, he will do anything to remain useful to her, knowing that it will be nearly impossible to take down the powerful Do Hyuk. Jo provokes Ah-Jin's husband and waits for him to send his goons to kill him In the meantime, he sets up cameras to record his own murder. Okay, yeah, that is wild. Ah-jin knows this is happening and allows it and accepts the sacrifice. That is... Whoa. With Jaeho's death, Jun Seo realizes that Ah-jin will never change. He agrees to work with the TV producer who previously approached him about acting as a source for an expose of Ah-jin's path of manipulation, seeing as it's the only way to save Ah-jin from herself and others from Ah-jin. Jun Seo does it. It airs on the same night Ah-jin wins the Blue Dragon Award for her latest movie role. She loses everything. And Jun Seo is still there to pick up the pieces. He drives her out of town, telling her he is with her to the end. Jun Seo grasps Ah-jin's hand, tells her he loves her, and then drives the car off a cliff. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ah-jin survives the crash. Isn't that just how it always... That's crazy. Leaves us still conscious. Jun Seo in the car. She sees him not as someone to love or care for, but as the shackle keeping her tied to her abusive past. Ah-jin leaves Jun Seo to die, instead just choosing to start to climb back out of the latest ditch. Oh my. In it for herself to the end. That is... If it wasn't obviously, a disorder or something like that, it would be impressive. It would be very impressive. Like, that commitment to self is unmatched, unrivaled. Some people just never die. Very true. Very true. Does Ah-jin get a happy ending? Technically, yeah. Alive. We'll take that. I don't think a happy ending is possible. She longs for the sense of stability she was robbed of as a child, but is stuck in a cycle of trauma-driven self-destruction, leaving a wake of dead people apparently in her wake. Dear X followed the webtoon plot until the final act. In the source material, Ah-jin sleeps with Jun Seo in order to get pregnant. Hello. Whoa. She uses the child to convince her husband, whose first marriage fell apart due to infertility issues, to marry her. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, the web novel goes so hard. That is... Whoa. That's so wild. This is the final straw for Jun Seo, who then agrees to help with the expose. That is a crazy ending. When the expose about her past comes out, Ah-jin decides to end herself. Jaeho, who does not die in the webtoon, better ending for him, decides to stop her, and they run away to Hong Kong together. They open a bar and raise a baby together. Then one day, a rich man proposes to Ah-jin, and she runs off with him, leaving her child in Jaeho. Okay, well, at least he's alive with the kid. That's not his. Her new husband has a child who doesn't like Ah-jin. One day, she pushes Ah-jin down the stairs, and Ah-jin injures her face severely enough that she is unrecognizable. Ooh. Once she recovers, she returns to Hong Kong to get her child, wanting to be reminded of what her face used to look like. This is brutal. Meanwhile, Jun Seo has mostly been able to move on with his life. Oh, good for him. Continues to write. When Ah-jin returns to Korea with her child, it is her revenge on Jun Seo for his betrayal. She vows to Jun Seo that she will never tell their child the truth about her father. Though it is a notably different ending, the adaptation, like its source material, ends with Ah-jin unchanged in her priorities. She will do anything and climb over anyone to make it to the top. I like the webtoon much better. I think the webtoon is just drama city. It's crazy. I think the show went for the more barbaric moments. You know, filming himself, sacrificing himself, you know, getting murdered. And then the other one just drives off a cliff and just dies. Or is left to die. I think the webtoon is way more wild. She uses one of them to get pregnant and then marries the other dude. And then tries to end herself and then runs away with one of them. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Do I like the more barbaric ending or do I like the more like drama-filled what is happening? That's tough. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. They're both good. Ending explained and review. A dark K-drama not for the weak of hearts. Well, definitely not the webtoon either. One of the shows that refuses to play it safe, intense, disturbing, filled with characters who carry more scars than hope. This is not your usual romance or mystery. I would say not. Story built on trauma, obsession, dangerous ways people cope when life never gave them love in the first place. It has romance, but not the comforting kind. It's romantic in a really dark, scary way. For the most part, people would be like, what? What does that mean? Like, it's tragic romance. It's dark. It's horrific in ways. Not for the faint of heart. Heavy violence, bloodshed, psychological manipulation, betrayal, emotional exhaustion. Twists are sharp, turns are cruel. It's not for somebody looking for a sweet escape. Yeah, crazy. Ending also highlights how every person who crosses her path ends up breaking, suffering, or losing someone. Her parents, Junseo's mother, every man she manipulated were trapped in her orbit of misery. It's an open ending. It leaves space for imagination. Some viewers think she survived. Some think she died. And many believe she might return someday. Interesting. 9 reasons why it should be your favorite. In a rush. Yeah, I am, actually. Kim Yoo-jung delivers a career-defining performance, transforming her from wholesome image into a chillingly magnetic sociopath who anchors the series. Interesting. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we can get into the article. Career-defining transformation. That's pretty cool. The fact that she's known as like shedding every trace of her longtime nation's little sister persona for something terrifying. Love that. Love that. That's great. Turning expectations on its head. Dark fairy tale that asks big moral questions. Genius male lead who's just as broken. A villain origin story rooted in poignant psychological trauma. That's what makes her frightening, not because she's exaggerated, but because her darkness feels disturbingly possible. Tightly woven psychological thriller, not just a romance. Yeah, no, if you're looking for a romantic comedy, I don't think this would be the one. Adaptation that respects and expands the webtoon. Already beloved for its psychological complexity, the drama expands the lore, deepens the relationships, and gives more emotional dimension to side characters, such as J.O. While the series is far from over, it's proving to be one of those rare adaptations that elevate the source instead of merely copying it. Ending was different. I would say, man, if I were to pick one, what would I pick? I mean, visually, obviously, the one that's in the show is more visually appealing. The shock factor of one of them sacrificing himself and willingly getting murdered, but recording it so it can be used. Like, that is shocking. That is jarring. It's everything. Hard to watch, probably. The webtoon, I mean, the ending is crazy. Crazy. Getting pregnant with one of them and then using it to get somebody else and then leaving that child. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. Do I like the drama or do I like the shock value of the other way? Driving off a cliff, whatever. I guess if I'm watching it, the shock value is pretty good. Trio of excellent performances, not just one. A rare female anti-hero who isn't asking for redemption. Perhaps the most refreshing element, Ajin doesn't soften, apologize, or seek moral absolution. Story respects her as a complex, dangerous, tragic figure, and not a redemption project. No redemption arc. None. You know what? That's kind of awesome. I appreciate that. It's kind of like Silence of the Lambs. Makes her character ultra refreshing since we rarely get female leads in K-dramas who are allowed to be this flawed. And that's what makes it very fascinating. Very fascinating. Oh my gosh. That is a crazy storyline. Crazy storyline. I didn't know the webtoon went even crazier. That's interesting. Do I think they made the right choice with the ending? Probably. I think the shock factor is important when you're on a visual medium. Especially if you're looking for the story to go and get more eyeballs, you're definitely going to want more and more shock factor. And I think the video of him getting murdered and obviously driving off the cliff is going to be shocking to everybody. I didn't even see that coming. I literally just said, oh, hey, Bonnie and Clyde, they're in a car together. And then they just drove off a cliff. Very interesting. Very interesting show. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Silence of the Lambs in that there's no redemption. Like, it's just a monster kind of thing. Which is cool. Which is fun. That kind of storyline is very interesting because you don't experience that in day-to-day life. So it's very interesting to see and see it play out. That's why crime shows are so huge and crime podcasts and all that stuff, unsolved mysteries and whatnot. It's because people are interested in that kind of stuff. That's not our normal brain. Like, we're not thinking like that. We're not in that situation. So it is just kind of what would that be like? What is that? All right, let's move on to the final video of the day. It is IU's music video, Love Wins All. Came out 2 years ago, 108 million views. Oh my gosh. It's about 5 minutes long. Let's check it out. If this gets blocked, the unblocked version will be on toddreacts.com. Tay from PTS stars in it. Nice. Can't tell if I'm losing my voice or not. I think I am. Have I been talking that much?
없는 곳으로 저기 멀리 from Earth to Mars 꼭 같이 가줄래 그곳이 어디든 오랜 외로움 그 반대말을 찾아서 어떤 실수
Let me go ahead and I realize I should have done this earlier. I'm going to go ahead and do this. There we go.
이토록 우리는 함께일까 세상에게서 도망쳐 run on 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 나쁜 결말일까 길 잃은 우리 둘 부서지도록 나를 꼭 안아 더 사랑이 내게 임하죠 lover Love is a love is a love love love
It's definitely a beautiful song. Nice ballad. Catchy. Super catchy. Her voice is incredible.
결국 그럼에도 어째서 우리는 서로일까 세상에게서 도망쳐 run on 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 나쁜 결말일까 길 잃은 우리 둘 천천히 너를 두 눈에 담아 한 번 더 편안히 웃어주렴 유연하듯 떠오른 그날 그 밤처럼 나와 함께 겁 없이 저물어줄래 산산이 나를 도망쳐 renar 너와 슬퍼지고 싶어 my lover 비련에게서 도망쳐 run on 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 일부러 나란히 길 잃은 우리 두 사람 부서지도록 나를 꼭 안아 더 사랑이 내게 임하죠 lover Love is a love is a love love love
Whoa. Whoa. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. What? That is so sad and beautiful. Wow. Not often you see music videos that are that thought-provoking or that interesting, frankly. Dang. Well done. I say that as it has 108 million views, 5 million likes. Well done. No, that was good. That was very good. It was catchy, She's got a great voice. Oh my gosh. That's probably the longest I've ever heard her sing, and it is good. Real good. Link down below for that music video. She's deaf, if you notice. She was singing in the video, and Tay was blind in one eye. So she covered his good eye at the end so he wouldn't see their death. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Love her voice? Indeed. Indeed, Cookie. It is amazing. Truly amazing. It's very airy. It's very light. We got IU. South Korean singer, songwriter, and actress, signed with Neon Entertainment in 2007 as a trainee, debuted as a singer at the age of 15 with an EP. Although her follow-up albums brought mainstream success, it was only after the release of Good Day, the lead single from her 2010 EP Real, that she achieved national stardom. Good Day went on to spend 5 consecutive weeks at the top spot, and in 2019, it was ranked number 1 in Billboard's 100 Greatest K-Pop Songs of the 2010s. Jeez! Established herself as a formidable force on the music charts of her native country and further cemented her girl next door image as Korea's little sister. "32 years old. Ventured into acting, Dream High, My Mister, When Life Gives You Tangerines, which we've definitely reacted to here. Received critical acclaim. Earned her first Best Actress in Television nomination. Rolling Stone named her the 135th greatest singer of all time in the 2023 ranking. She's been included 6 times in the top 10 of Forbes magazine's annual Korea Power Celebrity list. Interesting. Since 2012. Billboard recognized IU as an all-time leader of its K-pop Hot 100 with the most #1 songs and the artist with the most weeks at the #1 position on the chart. Forbes Korea referred to IU as the queen of K-pop and K-drama. Dang. Currently airing drama called Perfect Crown. Nice. When this came out, everybody sobbed. IU's evocative Love Wins All music video featuring V is thought-provoking. How a mountain of clothing sets a tone for impending death. Running away from something sinister, which appears to be a gigantic floating tube. And while that might sound ridiculous, IU and V absolutely sell the storyline with their acting, so much so that you feel their fear. Their faces are bloodied and their clothes are torn, and when they escape into an abandoned building, hoping to find shelter from whatever it is that's chasing them, they stare off at a mountain of discarded clothing that towers over them. At this point, I immediately knew death was imminent. Very similar imagery to BTS video Spring Day. Yes, I recognize that. I definitely recognize that. I remember that. We reacted to that quite a while ago at this point. At the time, I tried to get confirmation from their management that the song was an ode to the victims. But since no one would go on record, I've left that bit out of the piece. Though BTS has never come out and stated that Spring Day is about the victims, they implied it in a 2020 Esquire cover story. Amount of clothes depicted in both videos appear to be homage to Christian Boltanski's 2010 installation of No Man's Land, which was exhibited as New York's Park Avenue Armory. It's used clothing, I've always imagined that used clothing and a photo of somebody and a dead body are nearly the same. They're all objects related to the missing person. On the floor, there are mostly coats, which more clearly take the form of people. On the mountain are other types of clothing that are all mixed up. You can't imagine these people. There is no more individuality. Boy, that's so frickin' true. That's so sad and true. What are, when you think about it, what are some of the things you leave behind after you die? It's possessions, right? Clothing, jewelry, anything that you'd had or worn. Yikes, that is absolutely horrifying and true. For a few brief moments, the protagonists in Love Wins All are left to rejoice in an imaginary world in which she's not deaf, he's not partially blind. Though through a beat-up camcorder, they see themselves as how they used to be before they got trapped in this dystopian hell. She's a beautiful bride in a gorgeous white wedding gown, and he's a dashing groom nibbling on petit fours. Only the pictures they print out in the photo booth reveal their true selves, garbed in soiled finery with faces that are bruised and haggard. But it's in the last 90 seconds of the video that absolutely broke me. That it takes place in front of that mountain of clothes warned me of impending tragedy. Even as they knew they had moments to live, she was in an act of love covering his eye to spare him from witnessing the horrors that will befall him. As the vocals reached a crescendo, two of us side by side, gone astray on purpose. Crush me in your arms, our love wins, he cries. Through the camcorder's viewfinder, our last shot is of them being taken by whatever has been chasing them, presumably that floating cube. And when the garments they were wearing fluttered down, landing atop the mountains of clothes, we know that they are dead. Beautiful. Dang. Yeah, that's emotional. Wow. Good grief. Whew. I did indeed react to that music video. IU and BTS star V's Love Wins All hits 100 million views on YouTube after 19 months. It's definitely a good one. My gosh. The emotional ballad, which made its debut in 2024, quickly became one of IU's most talked about songs, not just for the lyrics and cinematic visuals, but also because it featured, obviously, BTS's V, aka Tae, has her co-star in the video. Crossed 100 million views September 19th, 2025. Wow. Becomes IU's 10th music video to reach 100 million views. That's impressive. That is impressive. Reached number 25 on the Billboard Global 200 and number 3 on the U.S. World Digital Song Sales Chart. When Life Gives You Tangerines, yep. Became one of the fan favorites released this year. Indeed, it did. Tae was so passionate. Award-winning director recalls how BTS's V got rid of IU's music video scene, cut his hair, and enlisted the next day. Dang. Always had a knack for acting. It's no secret. Back in the day, he kicked things off with the historical K-drama alongside fellow Wooga Squad member Park Sik, and years later stormed the music video scene with IU's Love Wins All. K-pop idol then enlisted in the military and now just days away from his comeback. So just immediately went in. Wow. We only filmed for 2 days. He left the next day. That's how much he wanted to do it. He was very passionate. That's when I realized he had a real desire to act. I'm not joking. It would be amazing if we could work together again. If Tay were willing to do it, I'd be so grateful. I'd love to work with him, even if I had to make up a role just to ask him. That's funny. That's extremely funny. In her concert, there was a video shown where it looked like they got in a car and they're driving off, so there's sort of a happy ending alternative. Interesting. Tay had to enlist like straight after. Wow. IU felt so bad that she had to keep him filming. Oh my gosh. As a director, I really wanted to film that scene. I thought it would enhance the emotional impact, so I kept trying to make it work until the very end. Originally, the final scene had the two characters crowd surfing in wedding dresses while singing. Interesting. But the team was running out of time and everyone was worried. That's when the singer came and spoke to him. He said, "Instead of this, how about we film another better scene?" He talked me into it, and he was right. We didn't have enough time. If we had stuck with my idea, we might not have had time to film the other important scenes. Everyone, including the audience actors, was stressing over how to do that scene. Then Tay turned to them and said, "Everyone, I got rid of that scene," and everyone cheered. That's funny. Oh my gosh. That's so interesting. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Great song. Very catchy. IU has a beautiful voice. Definitely. Oh my gosh. That music video is going to stick with me. 100%. That was so good. So good. That was like basically a short film. 5 minutes. Perfect. I've linked the little video for her concert if you want to see it. Let's check it out. Might as well, before we get out of here, let's bring it up. There we go. I was like, where's that sound coming from? All right. Here it is. I figured out the mystery. Alternate ending. People just going nuts. Oh my God, his face. His face, oh my God. Very interesting. Honestly, I kind of like the sad ending. Sad ending hits, and it hits hard. Fans gave the characters names as well. I don't know. I think I'm partial to the sad ending. It just emotionally wrecks you, which is always good. It's always good. It definitely, I mean, the happy ending's nice and all, but I don't know. I don't think it lands quite as hard. I think a little bit of heartbreak at the ending there is just perfect. Perfect. It adds weight to that entire video that I don't think a happy ending would. I think with a happy ending, you'd be like, oh, that was good. But with that ending that we saw, like, that is brutal. Brutal. Covering the eye, disappearing, getting whatever, sucked up into the atmosphere and just poof, gone. Like, that is heavy. Seeing IU and Tay be lovey-dovey is just a bonus. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe people enjoy that a little bit better. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I hope it's been a good Monday for you. I hope it has a good week for you as well. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Check out the store, toddreacts.com, if you'd like to guide the stream and literally take control of these videos. You definitely can. Check out the tiers we have available at toddreacts.com. Join the Discord. Be there for May's Discord stream that's coming up in a couple weeks at this point. So be there. Join us today. Totally free. Link is everywhere. And yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks so much for being here. You could be anywhere, and I appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. It is not lost on me. And I, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you're here, and I will see you all again on Friday. Friday will be the next one. Take care, everybody. Be safe out there. See you soon.